How many of you were told that you were special when you were younger? That you could do anything you wanted? That there was no one else like you? That you were unique? Now, how many of you actually believe that? Well, here's the sad truth. You're not special. But the good news is, it's not completely your fault. I came to this realization when I started thinking about college in 7th grade. Yes, I started seriously thinking about what colleges I wanted to attend and what majors I wanted to study in 7th grade. I have an immigrant mother. And the colleges I was looking at weren't your average state schools. No, I was going big. Ivy Leagues or nothing. Like I said earlier, I have an immigrant mother. So as I looked at my grades and my extracurriculars, I started realizing that there would be a million other applicants that looked exactly like me. So what was going to make me stand out among the crowd? What was going to make me special? What was going to be my thing that colleges would look at and say, yeah, that's the one? And that's when I realized I am not special. Everything I had been brought up being told as a kid flew out the window. I was not this unique person I had been brought up being told. Most, if not all, of the people applying to the same schools as me would have the same interests, grades, and extracurriculars as me. So what was going to make me special? I started going into a frenzy. I started desperately trying to find my thing that was going to make me special. But the only issue was I had no idea how to find it. In school, what I was learning made me want to bash my head into a wall. Outside of school, the extracurriculars and activities I was doing weren't riveting me. I couldn't find something I was genuinely interested in, and I thought that something was wrong with me because of that. Why could I not find what I wanted to do for the rest of my life at age 13? Why was math, science, and English not riveting me like the way I was told it should be? Was there something wrong with me? Eventually, a couple years down the road, I decided that I like history and politics, so international relations. I had to do a deep dive on the internet to even find a name to what I thought I was interested in. And I mean, international relations, I think I'll enjoy it. I think I would want to work at the UN. I mean, that's what I like, and what I like says I should study international relations. But the only issue is that I would have no idea what I would do during the workday. And this is something that a lot of students are dealing with. Like most students, I never learned about college majors in high school. I had to take it upon myself to find what I was interested in. And this issue is not a just me thing. Kids across the country are struggling to find that thing that is going to make them special. We are all struggling to create that story that makes us stand out among the rest. We are all trying to decide what we want to do with our lives, but sometimes it feels like we have no help or guidance or direction on how to get there. However, it doesn't seem like this issue has gotten better from generation to generation. And who is to blame for that? Should we blame our parents for instilling a false narrative in us? Should we blame our teachers for not teaching us the right stuff? Should we blame colleges for the way they accept us? Or does it start with us? You see how I brought it back around there? How do we bring out the special in our kids? Whether you're a teacher, a parent, an engineer, or just a random woman who decides to listen to a TED Talk, I want us all to come together collectively to think about how we can change the school system to bring out the special in our kids. Now, to change the way our system works, we would need to completely dismantle it and rebuild it back up again. But if we're thinking practically, I believe this problem starts in high school. How many of you solve for X on a daily basis or are asked to recount the details of the Cold War? While a lot of the stuff we learn in school is important information, do we really need to spend 4 years learning about it? No, we don't. And just look at the way our school day is designed. It's designed to prepare us for the workforce. Every hour, we get up and we move to a new task. And I know that me and students across the country are tired of looking at a clock, bored out of our minds, waiting for the hour to change so we can move on to something new that we will still be bored doing. I envision school as a place where students take control of their learning. Students have time to explore what they're passionate about and go for it with full force. Whether a student is interested in painting or engineering or whatever it may be, there should be time planned in the day for them to hone that craft. Maybe students have monthly goals they meet with presentations or projects. Or maybe students train in internships and get real-life experience with what they're interested in. Instead of teaching students how to fit in a mold to succeed, we should be teaching them how to break out of that mold and create their own success story. For many students, school can feel like a barrier that we have to hurdle over to get to what we really want to do. If a student knows what they enjoy doing, whether it's biology, writing, whatever it is, they should spend the day doing that, learning all about that, and becoming the best they can at that thing. I would love to spend the day creating my own government policies to fix humanitarian crises. But instead, I'm sitting in a classroom, bored out of my mind, learning about topics that I'm never going to touch again. So now, how many of you believe that you're special, but you just weren't given all the tools to show you're special? Whether you work in a school or have a little niece or nephew, or maybe you're a young student yourself, I want to ask you to ask others around you how we can come together to bring the special out in our students. Everyone is special and has the ability to be great. But until we have a system that brings out the special in our students, it's up to us to find it and share it with the world. Thank you.